They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Panthers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Great place to start for this offense. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Spins away from the defender. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This quarterback part of their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Aller. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Pulls it in, it's Stone. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off play action. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Runs for the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Got it set up on the outside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Toss to the outside. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Under fire. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. They've got the screen set up. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up the 4th down. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. FIU will line up to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and short kick. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field.
It's a seam wide open. The 40. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
They'll run it from the gun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Jenkins. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
He's got him still on his feet. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Purdue delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Big Ten. Trust me when I say the party is on in West Lafayette. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. With the catch, it's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Dropping back, it's Aller. Wide open downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job with the base defense making a play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be... He's going for the goal line. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Nittany Lions have enough for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Pulls it in. It's Pena. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They go to the ground. Running to Green. Wide open spaces. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's caught. It's Dawson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quick completion on the out route. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Panthers look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback making checks. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Perry. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Turning on the Jets. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. From the red zone, it's Owens. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Touchdown, FIU. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Got him downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the quick shuffle pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Owens. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. And they'll take a knee. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well?